Welcome to Scholanetz. Please like and subscribe to learn math with easy and step-by-step explanations.
Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. In this video, we will discuss about fraction. We will see what is fraction and we will learn about the type of fraction. So let's go started. First of all, we will see what is fraction. The fraction is a number that represents a part of a whole. What is whole? Whole, you can say this is a whole, or is just consider is a pizza, okay? And this is a whole pizza. When you cut this pizza into different parts, that is called fraction. If we cut it into four equal parts, these parts are called fractions, okay? And these all parts together make it as a whole. So in other way, we can say when we split something into equal parts, each part is called a fraction. Okay? You understand what is fraction? When we divide something into different equal parts, then each part is called a fraction. And all that parts together makes a whole. Okay? And in fraction, this is a rectangle. And when we divide this rectangle into three equal parts, and when we shade these parts, it's called how many parts we have shade out of how many parts we have. 1, 2, 3. It means three parts together make a whole. Then out of three parts, how many parts are shaded? 1. This is called fraction. Okay? Means out of three parts, one part is shaded, or we used one part. This is 1 by 3. This is called fraction. It's called 1 by 2, or we can say it is half. 1 by 3 is called 1/3. 1 by 4 is called 1/4. Okay, these are the terms used in the fraction. Half, 1/3, 1/4. Okay, or if it is 3 by 4, it's called 3/4. Okay, these are all the terms we used in fraction when we do the fraction. These are all called fraction. 1 by 2, 3 by 4, 6 by 7. These are fractions. These are the parts of, this shows the parts and this shows the whole. There are two terms which we always used in the fraction. What are that two terms? Let's see. That two terms are numerator and denominator. So what is numerator and what is denominator? When we have fraction like 1 by 4, this is a fraction. The numerator shows how many parts you have. Means out of whole, how many parts you have, that is called numerator. Or you can say the top number is the numerator. And the down number is the denominator. Numerator and denominator is very important in a fraction. These two become together makes a fraction. The top number is called the numerator. It shows how many equal parts we have. and the bottom part is called denominator. It shows how many of those parts make up the whole. Like 4, to one denominator, numerator plus one numerator plus one numerator plus one numerator. Together it will make a denominator that is 4. Okay, so the first shows the numerator shows the how many equal part it has, and denominator shows how many part uh, together make it as a whole. Okay, you understand what is numerator and what is denominator. Okay, the question says there is a circle. Okay, and you have to divide this circle into 8 equal parts. How you will divide? First you have to divide this into 8 equal parts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so what we did, we divide this circle into 8 equal parts. Means the 8 parts together make as a whole of this circle. Then it says out of 8 parts, shade the 2 part of that circle. So what are the 2 parts? This is the 2 parts. We have to shade this one and this one. Then how we will write a fraction? Out of 8 parts, how many parts are shaded? 2 parts. Then it will become 2 by 8. This is the fraction. Okay? Or if there is a rectangle, it says it has 6 equal parts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more, come 6. And out of 6, shade 1 part. So how you will do? This one you will shade. Then how you will write the fraction of this one? How many parts are shaded? That will come in the up. That is the numerator. Then how many total equal parts? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That will goes in the bottom. That is called denominator. Numerator, denominator. Okay, denominator shows how what part is shaded, and the numerator shows how many total equal parts are there. Okay, these are called the fraction. Now we will see what are the different types of fraction. Here comes the types of fraction. The first type of fraction is proper fraction. What is proper fraction? A fraction where the numerator is smaller than the denominator. What it means? It means a fraction which has the numerator. This is the numerator, the top one, and the numerator is smaller than the denominator. 1 by 2. 1 by 2 is a proper fraction because the numerator is smaller than the denominator. And it says the value of a proper fraction is always less than 1. Okay, the value of proper fraction is always less than 1. That's why the numerator is always smaller than the denominator. I can say 3 by 5. This is all the proper fraction. 1 by 6, 2 by 4. Here, in all this proper fraction, the numerator is smaller and the denominator is larger. Okay, so this makes the proper fraction. Now, how we can represent the proper fraction in the number line? Let's go and see how we can represent the proper fraction on a number line. This is a number line. Okay, it says 0 and it says 1. A proper fraction is a value between 1 and, sorry, the proper fraction is a value between 0 and 1, because the proper fraction is always less than 1. The value of a proper fraction is always less than 1. So when we represent the proper fraction on a number line, it must be between 0 and 1. Let's take one example. If it has 1 by 3, it says represent 1 by 3 on a number line. So to represent a proper fraction on the number line, we first look at the denominator. What the denominator is, which number it is here? That on the denominator, it is 3. The denominator shows us that the number of part, the interval between 0 and 1 is to be divided into. Here it is 3. It means how many part we have to divide in between 0 to 1. It means 3. It means we have to divide into 3 equal parts. 1, 2 becomes 1, 2, 3. So that's why when we represent a fraction on a proper fraction on a number line, first we have to look at the denominator, and the denominator tells us in how many different parts we have to separate the line between 0 and 1. So here the denominator is 3. So we divide it into 3 equal parts. And the numerator tells us where we place the mark, or you can say dot, to represent the given fraction. So what the numerator here? The numerator is 1. It means we have to place, this is the 1, 2, 3. Means we have to place our mark here, the fraction. Here it will come 1 by 3. Understand how we represent the proper fraction on a number line? First, what we have to do? We have to look at the denominator, and in that equal part, we have to divide the line. Then we have to look at the numerator, the what number it is showing, and on that place, we have to place the fraction. Let's take another example to place on a number line. Say 2 by 5. Then we will draw a number line. Here is a 0 and here is a 1. Why it is between 0 and 1? Because the proper fraction is always lies between 0 and 1. And then we have to look at the denominator. What number is written on the denominator? It is 5. It means we have to divide this line into 5 equal parts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Now we divide this line into 5 equal parts. Then we have to look at the numerator. What number is written on the numerator? It says 2. Where the 2 will come? It is 0, 1, 2. So 2 will come here. So we have to mark it here, and then we have to write it 2 by 5. Then we represent here the fraction 2 by 5 on the number line. I hope the proper fraction is clear, and now you understand how to represent the proper fraction on the number line. Now let's go and check the another type of fraction. The second type of fraction is improper fraction. What is improper fraction? An improper fraction is a fraction where the numerator is greater or equal to the denominator. In the proper fraction, what it says? It says that the numerator should be smaller than the denominator. But here, the improper fraction is just opposite of the proper fraction. The improper fraction says the numerator is greater than or equal to the denominator. Take the example like 7 by 4, 9 by 3, or 5 by 4. These are all are improper fraction. Okay. So what is improper fraction? In improper fraction, the numerator must be greater than the denominator. Here the 7 is greater than 4, and 7 is the numerator and 4 is the denominator. 7 is greater than 4. So in the improper fraction, the numerator should be greater than the denominator, or it should be equal, like 5 by 5. Here the 5 by 5 is equal and it makes a whole 1. When there is an improper fraction, we have to change into mixed number. That I will discuss in our next video. Okay. Now you understand what is proper fraction and what is improper fraction. Now let's check the another type of fraction, that is mixed number. Here comes the third type of fraction, that is mixed number, or you can say mixed fraction. Now let's see what is mixed fraction or number. A mixed fraction or number is a number that has a whole number and a proper fraction together. What it means? It means in the mixed fraction or number, first it should have whole number as well, and then it should have proper fraction. Sorry. So together it makes a mixed number. Okay? Or mixed fraction. If it has only proper fraction, then it will not be considered as a mixed number. For being a mixed number, it should have one whole number as well and proper fraction together it should have. Okay? And how we get a mixed fraction? We always get a mixed fraction by converting improper fraction. Okay? As we see in the improper fraction, the numerator was bigger than the denominator, that we have to change into mixed number to make it a whole and a proper fraction. So by converting improper fraction, we get the mixed fraction. Understand how we get the mixed fraction? By converting improper fraction into the mixed number, just so that we can get both whole number as well as a proper fraction also. Now you understand what is mixed fraction. Now let's see the last type of fraction, that is equivalent fraction. What is equivalent fraction? Equivalent fractions are fractions that look different but have the same value or represent same part of a whole. It says the equivalent fraction represent the same value, but by look wise it is different. For example, 1 by 2 and 2 by 4. These two are the equivalent fraction. This represent the same part of a whole as this one represent, or you can say 1/2, whatever part of a whole it represent. The 2 by 4 is also represent the same part of a whole. For example, take a pizza, okay, and we cut that pizza into 4 equal parts. And if you eat the 2 pieces of pizza, okay, 1 pieces you have eaten, and then again the second pieces you have eaten. So you have eaten how many parts of the pizza? 2 parts. Means out of 4 equal parts, how many parts you have eaten? That is 2 parts. Out of 4 equal parts, you have eaten 2 parts of a pizza. Or you can say you have, see, here it is a just half of a pizza you have eaten. So what you can say? You have eaten just half of the pizza. 1 by 2. Half, how we represent half? 1 by 2 is called half. So the 2 by 4 is equal to 1 by 4. These are called equivalent fraction. Okay? Both shows the same number of pizza being eaten. I hope equivalent fraction is also clear. In the next coming videos, I will explain how to find the equivalent fraction. Okay, and then I'll discuss how to change the proper fraction into mixed number as well, and how to convert mixed number back into improper fraction. So stay tuned. See you in the next video with all these types of fraction. Till then, keep practicing. And if you have not subscribed my channel, please like, share, and subscribe. See you in the next video. Bye.